To add or rent amenities as administrators, we click the Amenities button in the main menu. Now, we press Add Space. We add the name of the space, as well as its conditions and restrictions. We press Save. We can create as many spaces as needed. By selecting the button with the plus sign, we can send a rental request manually by pressing Add Request. We will be able to see the space we just created, just like the instructions for renting it. Similarly, we can select a day or a range of dates to use the space. We press Accept. In the next window, we can include questions or details about the space for which we are sending the request. Request. We confirm that we want to send the request by pressing Save and then Continue. Now, we will be able to see all the requests that have been created by both the administrator and the neighbor. By pressing the request we just created, we will be able to see the details captured earlier. And we will also be able to see who we are renting the space to. In the next space, we can leave a comment to accept or reject the rental request, depending on the case. We press the check mark if the request has been approved, or the X if we have rejected the request. In the check mark symbol, located in the lower right corner of our screen, we will see the approved, rejected, and reserved requests. We can even filter the requests by the space that is being rented. We can go back into the request and we can edit it and even change our decision about its approval. If any neighbor has requested the rental of an amenity, we will be able to see that request in the Requests tab. Requests, where we can see the date and day when our neighbor is using the space. By entering the request, we will be able to see the questions or comments from the requester, as well as the date they need the amenity. We need to keep an eye on the availability of the space that is being rented. In the lower right corner, we will be able to see different buttons. The last button is the chat, in which we can have direct communication with the person looking to rent this space. In the button with a $sign, we can keep track of the neighbor's maintenance payment. We go back to the previous menu to make the decision to approve or reject the request and add comments regarding the decision we've made. The neighbor will receive a notification that their request has been either rejected or approved, depending on the case, by pressing the button located in the lower right corner of our screen. We'll notice that the request will show up in the Approved or Rejected tab, depending on the decision we've made. And with this, it will be enough to add amenities.